Hey guys, how you doing? Right here again. If you'd like to subscribe, it's Nitro Kyosho. Well guys, today I have a little unfortunate news for you guys out there. I got done building this. We finally got some decent weather outside, and after basically double checking, triple checking everything on this helicopter, B-stacks, everything, went through it, servos, was perfect. Did a little spool up on the table without any blades or tail blades for safety. Make sure the drivetrain was all smooth and everything was good. And I went out back to do a test hover, and this thing got to about 3/4 throttle and the main gear exploded. Okay. And I'm a little pissed off about it because they were defective from the factory. And the parts list here, okay, main blades destroyed, $70. Tail blade destroyed, $23. Servo horn, all 3 cyclic servo horns destroyed, $16. And the boom screws broke. Another $6. Total, $115, thanks to a defective gear. And luckily the canopy wasn't on it, because the canopy covers the sides, and the gear blew at such force it would have blown a hole through the side of the canopy, and that would have boosted it up to probably about $200, because the canopies are about $70. So not too bad. It's almost a $200 crash, and the skids never even left the ground. You know, guys, we go over this upgrade game over and over, from blade to micro heli to a line, now to Sab. And I don't think any Sab pilot or anybody that tested these things is going to tell me and look me straight in the eye, man to man, and tell me that they didn't know this crap was happening when they were testing these things, okay? Now, this one had the metal insert in it. I'm going to show it to you in a couple of minutes. And I saw these all over Heli Freak. And I was actually semi-warned by a YouTuber, and I didn't listen to him. I thought I knew more than him. And he was actually right. There's 3 gears available, guys, okay? There's the original black one that came on my Goblin back there. Alright? And that gear was melting. And I saw him melt with my own eyes on my buddy Johnny's, okay? It was getting hot, it was sticking, it was melting to the aluminum pinion. So then they came out with the heavy-duty main gear. And I bought that, I put it on that one. So far I haven't had any issues, but it doesn't have a lot of flights on it. Now this kit, they came up with a new gear. It looks like the heavy-duty main gear, but I was told by several people on forums that it is not. It's a look-alike. It's the real heavy-duty main gear is a lot more expensive, and they didn't want to include it in the kit. Now, if anybody's got info on that and want to shed some light, I'd love to hear about it. This is what I've heard. But anyways, we go back to this. You know, $650 kit, almost destroyed on opening day flight on the ground because of a cheap gear that was manufactured, and where else, you know, and I don't even have to tell you guys. And I just think that's disgusting. I think that, you know, where do we go next, guys? You know, I've walked away from the blade company because of all the issues. I've walked away semi from the Align company because of their upgrading you to death. Now Sab, an issue with them. Where do we go next? Gaui, Mikado? I'm at my wit's ends, guys. But I just think that I can't believe all these issues, you know, didn't come up when they were testing these things, you know. There's things about this helicopter, the stuff I invented before Sab did, the canopy, the rubber stuff here on the canopy so it doesn't get scraped up. All the testing they did with the helicopter, putting the canopy on, off, on, off, on, off, they didn't realize it was scraping, you know, and this gear issue, it's just a little more than mad depressing me, guys, you know. I don't know where to go anymore in this hobby. It seems like every brand you try, there just doesn't seem to be any quality, and I think that's because mainly of where they're being made and the inferior parts and everything. And if this helicopter I had talked to a gentleman on a forum, he had the unfortunate pleasure of it actually lifting off the ground and flying it and exploding in midair, and it ended up costing him a lot of money, up in the $400 range. At that point, I think I would just call it quits, but he chose to fix it. But anyways, I'm going to get that off the pod. I'm going to show you the damage here, what happened. If anybody has it, guys, beware. Be aware that it is a defective gear. The original kits did not have defective main gears, guys, but they were melting, okay? This is what happened to the gear. Okay, it just basically exploded. I brought it to work and we looked at it under the microscope. We were able to shove little pieces of wire into certain areas that had air pockets. We found stress fractures on different parts of it under the microscope, and it didn't have a fighting chance from the beginning. Alright, $70 blade destroyed, tail blade destroyed, the boom nut, and 3 servo horns destroyed. So guys, I mean, just be aware of this, that this is not the real heavy-duty main gear. In my opinion, you'd be better off with either the original one or getting the heavy-duty main gear. But the one that came with these newer kits with this insert, these are defective. And be very careful, guys, because if I was in a different kind of situation, this thing could have really, if it got in the air and this happened, it could have really hurt somebody. Or it could have really done some serious damage. So, anyways, guys, thanks for watching, and just be aware of that. Take care.